Okay, so I'm just carrying on from the last video here, and I've got my GitHub account created, right? Fake student account. I got that start code, so I copied the start code to here. I've got GitHub Desktop set up, and I hit Open Visual Studio Code, so I've got Visual Studio Code open. I hit my live server, so my program is running here. I'm going to right-click and inspect so I can see the elements, and I can go to my console. Sometimes there's error messages in my console. Anyway, all sorts of fun stuff. Okay, so what I want to show you here is how GitHub Desktop is going to really help us synchronize. So let's start adding some stuff here. So if I go back, I'm flipping all over the place here. So I need a heading, which I already have. I need this image, and then a paragraph. I'm just going to copy and paste this text for now, so I don't have to type it out. Let's get that started. Okay, so all the visible content goes in my body. Remember, I have my H1, and then I want my image. But I'm going to put my image inside of a paragraph. So I'm going to hit P and then Tab to create an opening and closing paragraph tags, so paragraph element. And then in between this, I'm going to go IMG and hit Tab. And I'm going to find this image right here. So I need to first look, right here's my index.html. I need to look inside the image folder. So right here, I go IMG slash, and then Visual Studio Code recognizes it, finds it for me. Great. And then I'll just do this. I'll call this luminance formula as my alternative text. Okay. Underneath this, hold on, let me go back to the picture. So H1, the image, and then this paragraph here. And then inside here, we've got some bold text, and then a link here. Okay. So let's just go another paragraph. So P tab. I'm going to hit paste. Cool. Let's do some spaces between these things. So there's an H1, the image in a paragraph, and then this text. This brightness, I'm going to put inside of strong tags. So strong like that. Okay, and I'm holding shift, shift, and then the right arrow key to select this. I can actually even hold shift and control to do it all at once. Control X to cut, and Control V to paste it inside of the strong tag. Another way to do this is just, I could hit Control X to cut it, type strong, and then paste it into the inside. So the perceived brightness or luminance, right? I want both of those words bolded. Let's save this and see what it does. If I go here, yeah, the perceived brightness or luminance. So we've got my H1, my image, and this thing. I need this to be a link to, where did it go again? The W3 Schools colors RGB page. So I'm going to copy that. So I want this RGB value, so I'm going to do an A tag. I'm just going to Control X, Control V, and then of course this A tag, so whatever's in between is going to be what we click on, and I make this an href, and I paste in, I lost it because I copied the other thing. I need to go back to here and copy, and then go into here and paste, and then save it. And Prettier did some formatting stuff for me. Okay. Let's open this in a new tab. So target equals underscore blank. Okay, and that should open it up in a new tab. All right, I can close this now, test that out. Boom, there it is. Good. Okay, and then I need this here, and I'm going to put all of this in a paragraph as well. It's on its own line, right? And we'll get that text here. So new paragraph again, P tab, and then we just want a capital R and a colon and then a space. And now I want to have this input element, okay? And where am I? And then I simply just go input. And when you do an input element, the default type is text, but we want to change it to number. And there's all sorts of different types of input elements. Text and number are quite common, but anyway, so R value, and then after this, actually Prettier is putting on a new line, but I kind of was hoping we could do it like this. Well, we'll see. R and then a G value, and again I'll do input type number, and then a B value, input tab, again, type number. I could have copied and pasted too. Save. Oh yeah, see, it wants it to do inline. Whatever, I don't care. Okay, so let's go back here. Cool, and you'll remember I don't have to refresh because I'm running it through live server, right? It's running through this live server here. So RGB, cool. What else is next? Oh yeah, then I want this button. We're going to do a style in a future video. Right now I just want to get all the HTML. So let's add that button. That's going to be in the same paragraph, right? It's on the same line. So I'll just continue here and I'll type button and hit tab. And this is how you create a button element. And I think the text inside of it was calculate luminance. Save. Oops, what happened there? Calculate luminance. There we go. And then I'm going to do an HR. And under the HR was another paragraph that just said luminance equals 0. I think. Yeah, luminance equals 0. The HR. Okay, so this is actually looking not too bad. No styles yet, but we've got all of our HTML, right? The heading, the image, the paragraph, the strong tag. Strong by default gives bold. You might come across in your research a B tag. Don't use that. That's deprecated. You're not supposed to use that anymore. Strong is the way to go. Here's my link, which is working. These are my input elements, and this button, an HR, and my paragraph. Beautiful. Now, what's cool with the input elements, because they're type number, if I try to type text, like I'm trying to press letters, the only letter that works is E, because that's used for to the power of and stuff like that. But if I type numbers, I can do that. But I can't type letters. Cool. Okay, anyway, that's the HTML. Now, the last thing I want to show you is we made a whole bunch of changes, and we've saved them, which has saved them on our local computer, right? Where are we? Our local computer. But if I go here to my student account, my color brightness GUI, and I open up index.html, it's still just got the starting code. So go to, remember, GitHub Desktop is the tool that's going to help us synchronize. You go to GitHub Desktop, and GitHub Desktop says, wow, you changed this file. Look at all these things you added, right? The green, the plus sign, we've added these things. So we need to do a commit. So it's giving me a suggestion. We have to give our commits a name. So it's going to say update index.html. We can call it whatever we want. So I'll just say finished HTML. Or you can do the default one, it doesn't matter. And then you hit commit to me. Now, the committing is what keeps track of all the changes on my local computer. If I go to the history here, it says, hey, there was this initial commit, and then this one here, you added this stuff. So you can keep track of the history of all your changes. Okay? If I go back to the changes tab here, it says, hey, you updated everything, that nothing needs to be committed. All right, that's on my local computer. Now I need to push my commits to the origin remote, right? This is that commit that I just made needs to be updated to GitHub. Because if I go back to here, it still hasn't been updated. So all we have to do in GitHub Desktop is just hit this push origin. And it says, hey, you made that commit, those changes. I'm going to update GitHub. So now if I go back to GitHub and I hit refresh, this repository now has all of the changes that I made. Okay, as easy as that. Commit and then push, right? So for example, if I wanted to make another simple change, maybe I wanted to, I don't know, I'm going to add an exclamation mark to the end of this thing here, right? I go to GitHub Desktop and it says, hey, look, you've updated index.html. You added that exclamation mark. And I'll just say add exclamation mark. I hit commit. I hit push origin. And now it's been synchronized, it's been saved on my local computer and synchronized to GitHub, which is really cool. Okay, so if I hit refresh here, you should see there's the exclamation mark now. Yay! Okay, so anyway, GitHub Desktop, our tool that helps us keep things synchronized. I'm going to stop here. Hope that made sense. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.